The other thing that I saw when you were over, and I assume this is just from your trip now, was the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
And there's one bit that stands out, and it's the geezer crashing into everything. Was this right? So this is the clip here. We gotta roll this, right? So like you saw pulling it back. That is mad intentional.
You're pulling it back.
I see you.
are slightly pulling it back in it.
It was just a good chance.
That is insane. The fact that you think of these things.
He's hammered as well, to be fair, the bloke, isn't it?
Yeah, he got kicked out afterwards. I remember I was just stood there and I just heard, this is going to be a lawsuit. I looked up and he's like recording them and they're dragging him out.
No.
Oh, shit.
So how
was he pissed at you, the guy?
No, because he didn't know that.
He was too bad.
He just probably thought it was himself.
Yeah. Just thought you guys fell.
Which, I mean, it kind of was, but...
You so I have to know that you snuck into so many things.
Yeah.
Like, and that's kind of what at least the way I found out about you was just sneaking into stuff.
Yeah.
The Golden Globes being the latest thing. How, without ruining it for any future stuff that you obviously want to do, like how, like these aren't just like sneaking into like small parties. Like these are the biggest events.
So... people think like there's got to be a lot of planning or like thingy behind it, like, but honestly, the Golden Globes, I didn't know it was happening till I was on the day and someone texted me like the Golden Globes is on tonight, and I obviously had a suit because I'd been in Vegas.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I knew the suit would come in handy. I put it on and I was like, fuck it, let's go. And things just honestly, if things just fall into place, like got there, they've closed off the whole block around it, like a couple of blocks are all monitored by police and there's a couple of security and they're like asking for people for credentials. I'm looking, they're giving this red card and it comes to me and they're like, oh, IDs, and I just pull out my wallet, get my driving license, act like I'm meant to be there, and the UK's driver's license is literally in the same format as the IDs for the Golden Globe.
No way.
So I just flashed that and he's like, yeah, sound, and I go in.
Mate, what? See, in my head,
it's all falling into place.
And then towards like the venue, that's just to get through the block into the same area. At the venue, I literally just convinced them that I was British press. And then I was meant to go in the press trucks, you know, when they were like filming these trucks. And I just walked straight past the trucks and I got in straight from there.
Fuck.
Mate, so what? It's not like the credentials are just like not even a thing. Is that what you find with these? If you just have like the gift of the gab, like you're just waffling.
Yeah, like you can waffle you into it. But that's most of the time just waffling or waiting for the right opportunity. Like the Emmys, I literally had to like jump over a barrier, hide behind boxes and the police were there and like I had to like sneak my way in. I find that bit the easiest rather than blagging it because it one little slip up and then
you're done.
Yeah, and over there they just get you done for trespassing for nothing.
Yeah, but what do you do when you're in there? You just go and take a seat somewhere?
Yeah, I just take a seat, so run around. Like, when you're in there, honestly, no one's going to come to you because then it's like, who the fuck do you think you are speaking to me like that? Like, I'm meant to be here. Like, I'm famous. Do you know what I mean? So you just got to act like you're meant to be there.
Do you have like an alias that you go with once you're in there? Like, in case anyone asks you, or do you just say like, oh, this is me?
Yeah. Like if somebody went in there like, are you meant to be here? I'd be like, yeah, who do you think you are? Like, questioning whether I'm meant to be. I've been here for the last 5 years.
Fuck.
Like,
just start kicking off, switch on them.
Like, I had arguments with people in there and people complaining to security about me and everything. They didn't like question who I was. They were just like, all right, just stay away from each other.
Just think you're like,
because they were snobby little in there.
Really?
Yeah, they were snobby as fuck.
What did they complain about? Just like about.
So there's this girl and she was like, she thought I was an actor at first, and then she started like proper like lynching onto me, like basically just be trying to be a proper clout chaser. I don't think she was anyone important, but she was just there. She must have just got a +1 invite. And then all I said, she was like asking me all this information when she thought I could benefit her. All I said was, oh, can you take a photo of me outside the Golden Globe sign? She said, no, sorry. And then walked off. So I was like, who the fuck do you think you are? And then her mate was like, excuse me. Like, I was like, mate, I'm talking to her, not you. And then they just went off at me and then we had a massive argument over it. I was like, you're a stuck up bitch, mate. All I asked was for a photo. And then...
was it this girl?
No, it wasn't her. I haven't posted them yet. I posted them on my Instagram.
Yeah. Oh, mate, I can't wait to see this stuff. It always is. You just end up in places, man. I do feel like, there's certain people in life that you go through and just shit happens.
Yeah.
I feel like wherever you are, just shit happens.
Yeah, it does. Like, it's nothing's ever planned. Like, it'll just be, I'll go out somewhere and something will be happening at that time. And it just like...
And you're just up for it. I feel like, have you ever seen the movie, is it Yes?
Yeah, well, the
guy, he just has to say yes to it. I feel like that just kind of is your life as well.
And you're not afraid to get the phone out and just like, James Charles is walking there. What did you call him again? You just
James
literally,
Charles,
and it's not even sneaky. It's just like, yeah, right there. And what have you called him?
A nods, yeah.
Brilliant. Did he not? He didn't know what you meant, though, did he?
I don't think so.
Americans
They don't know
don't
what
really
that
get
word
that
means,
word.
innit?
No, I don't think he did. I mean, I know he just like kind of walked off when I was shouting at him, and just, he didn't really say anything.
Yeah. He probably, I'm not going to lie, he probably gets it a lot.
He probably thought you were a fan.
A fan?
Yeah, a fan.
Oh, a fan.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, no, I thought he would have thought I was a fan.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because I asked him for forward and no.
Yeah. Have you ever had any ones that you haven't been able to get into? Or like ones that just straight up you've been defeated? Is that like a common thing?
Yeah, well, there was Hidden Hills, if you know what that is.
What?
Where
The,
like Drake,
oh, what, like-
Kardashians and all them.
sorry, in LA, like the Hidden
LA.
Hills.
Yeah,
oh,
Hidden
right.
Hills is like
Is that not? I just thought it was another word for Beverly Hills.
no. So
is it not?
Hidden Hills? Obviously, it's like hidden. Yeah, got it's this one here. I didn't.
Oh, I see. When you said this, I just thought you were talking. It's just like Beverly Hills.
no, so
Oh,
Hidden Hills is like where like Kim, Kanye, Drake, all
It's
them.
Calabasas.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. And so it's a gated community.
Yeah, and it's like almost impossible. Even in the community, there's police just patrolling around. And if you're walking on foot, they'll stop you because it's just there's
nobody's
no footpath, yeah.
walking. Yeah.
And
So,
you tried to get
I
in.
tried to get in, pretend I was Zayn Malik. The guy believed I was Zayn Malik, but he rang Madonna and was like, Zayn Malik's here, and she was like, don't let him in.
No,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah, it's on in the video.
Oh my god.
So wait, you've gone up to him and said, "Oh, I'm here for Madonna."
All right, I rate the way. See the way the shades are right now. That's proper like celebrity
Yeah, I was like,
shades.
dude, I'm Zayn Malik.
You got the look for it.
And he was like, oh, the one who sings Pillow Talk. I was like, yeah, that's me. He's like, I listen to that song all the time.
Oh my god, and he's gone for it.
And
You
he's
give him-
belled
you
up
give him-
Madonna.
Have you given
That's-
him the American accent and everything?
Yeah, but then everyone was saying,
But he's
Zayn's
English.
not American.
Yeah.
And then I realised, like, shit. He didn't know any better anyway, did he?
Fuck's sake, man, that's brilliant. If you
So
would've pulled that off, it
what?
would've
And they
been
would just say
unreal.
like, "Oh, spin it round." Like,
Yeah, well, they let me in, right? They opened the gates, like, oh, we'll just let you go in and do a U-turn. Normally, you have to turn back round, but he was like, you can go through. So I literally entered the gates, but I had to turn around. I was so tempted just to put my foot down.
Were you on your own?
No, I was with some. So basically, another thing is we stole this car. This isn't a rental. This car.
how old the
hold up.
phone, man?
Hold
You're
up.
playing real life GTA.
So
at
you
the minute.
borrowed it from a friend.
No, so I was staying in this hostel in LA because that's where like, all like the vibes are.
Yeah.
So I stayed in a hostel and I met this black guy in the hostel. And then we went to this rental company and they were like, oh, because you're not over 25, you can't rent a car this one age. Or you have to be a certain age and you have to pay a certain amount if you want to rent a car. So I was like, fuck that. So we went in at the car park and all the rental cars have the keys in them already.
No.
No, we wanted
You're kidding me.
Yeah, and we wanted a Mustang. I don't know if they all do, but we wanted this Mustang.
That's like a classic, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I wanted a Mustang, like one with a convertible, because I wanted the roof down. I was in LA, and we opened the Mustang door, and the keys are just in there, and the black guy's just sat in it. And he's like, "Shall I take it?" I was like, "Well, it's literally like God's telling us take it. Like it's here in front of us. Like we wanted it, and it's here. The keys are there. Like why not?" And even when we left, there was a security woman. And she was like, "Oh, can I have your ID? Give the ID." And she was like, "All right, yeah, that's fine." And I was like, "Happy New Year." I said bye to her. And as soon as we went, she was like, I remember she looked at the paper, looked back.
She realised that it was.
I think, do you know what I think happened? Someone was meant to get that car and they prepared it for them. And we had took it just before them.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we
That's
drove
exactly
off,
what it
right?
would be.
And I just remember her like going like this out the window, and she was like trying to stop us, and we just drove off. So like we were driving around in this Mustang for like 4 days, for like
You got some balls.
And what,
man.
that is crazy because you would have thought that they'd be there like
Yeah.
calling up the police, being like, "We've had a
Yeah,
we've
yeah,
had a-"
So I remember getting paranoid, thinking like, if this is on police radar, like when I'm driving,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna be fucked.
nothing happened.
Yeah, and most of the time I'd let him drive just in case, so I could be like, "Oh, I'm just
I'm
from the UK."
kidnapped.
Like,
yeah.
put on my British accent and be like, "I'm not from here. I don't know what's happening."
So wait, did you take the car back?
Yeah, so when we took the car back, I let him take it back. I mean, he just dropped it off outside and we went. Never heard back from it.
Well, at least you dropped it off then. No, I
Yeah, no,
suppose
so
that.
we don't just leave it.
Yeah, you just borrowed. You borrowed it.